So this is gonna be a fun video. So welcome back to Slow Lane K. I finally have something for the van other than maintenance stuff. So let's check it out. So I got new wheels. So these are the NK92s. So these are 15-inch wheels, which it's currently got 13s on it. So this is a much wider tire with a 38-degree offset. I also have some 22 millimeter spacers I'll be putting on too. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna make this look a lot better. So let's put them on. So these are the 13-inch wheels that came with the van. If you can tell, the tread's pretty bad. The detail on these are old wheels, so we need to get these replaced. Just kind of give you the profile off the van. Nice and snug in there, I guess. Lots of room in there. So let's see what these 15s look like. All right, so we're gonna start on this back wheel that we just looked at. So the van is still on the ground, so I'm gonna undo these lugs. Even though the brakes are on, I still wanna make sure I have enough leverage to remove these. Let's see if my key to impact can do these. Well, let's get a bar. All right, I decided to use the air impact to get these lugs off. All right, now that the wheel's off, I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. Not really necessary, but so this is a wire brush, by the way. We won't need this. All right. So we've got the 20 millimeter spacer. So let's get these on. So we're gonna use the old lugs to take those off, put those on by hand. So I've never had to deal with spacers before, so I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I'd assume, right? So I'm not tightening these in all the way. I want to make sure that the bezel on each one of these sits in there correctly before I bring it in. So it sits in there, so let's do the pattern here. All right, so we have our spacer on. Let's put this wheel on. So from the research I've done, the whole idea of having the spacer is to prevent any rubbing happening since there is an offset on the wheel itself. It just allows the wheel to be pushed out a little bit, but once I get this on, we'll double check. So like I did with the spacer, I am just barely putting these on here so we can figure out exactly where it's going to sit as a seat in there. All right, so now we just need to tighten them down. We'll do the little star pattern. So we have to move to a longer socket because these holes won't allow it to go all the way in. So the wheel is on. You do have some marks from, I guess, when they were putting the tire on. So I got these rims, wheels from Discount Tire. They actually had a sale on them, and they were, I think, $20 cheaper than anywhere else I could find. So since I was getting the rims from there, I went ahead and got the tires as well. So the tires I have on are 195, 45, 15. So pretty low profile 15s, and Discount Tire only sold one of them, and these are the Toyos. All right, so for the time being, I'm not going to double check the clearance. I will double check that before I take the car out. I want to make sure it's sat down, everything's looking good. I'll get all 4 tires installed first, and then we'll check all the clearance. It does look like there's going to be a poke. Let's see. So it does look like it's going to have about a 2-inch poke on these. I mean, these are ultimately 2 inches wider than the previous wheels, so I think that looks kind of cool. Let's get the rest of them on and see how that looks. All right, now we're on the front driver's side. So this is where I am pretty concerned that we're going to have some rubbing. I think if anything, it's going to be on this mud guard here. Well, all right, so before I get the wheel off, I'm going to jack it up. Let's get a little air on it. I'm going to step back, see what happens here. All right, let's get that wheel on. Before I lower the front, I'll jump to the other side and get that one popped on. All right, so I'm on the front passenger side. I just put this one in and realized I never hit record. So it is now installed. But looking at the clearance, just eyeballing it, I can already tell that as this wheel turns to the left, that the mud guard here is going to be hit. So might have to remove those. As I'm going through these wheels, I am not looking at the brakes. As I've been driving the van, the brakes have actually been pretty okay. So I feel that's not a problem for today, but definitely one for down the line. So, but wanted to put these on. All right, let's hit that back passenger wheel next, and then I'll do the comparison from these wheels to the other wheels. All right, so we're on the back passenger wheel. So in the last video, we actually did the timing belt behind this wheel. So let's get this one off. Here's a comparison of the 2 tires. I mean, it's minimally, another inch taller. Also much wider. And they look much better. Okay, so I took this mud guard off. It's right here. All right, so I did a little bit of testing, and the little spot that's kind of rubbed down, cannot get focus on that. Here we go. That's the only spot that it touches when I'm completely on the, oh, come on. Anyways, you get the idea. But that's the only spot that rubs on the inside. No, actually it's rubs like right here, just ever so slightly, if I turn the wheel all the way. So just gotta make sure I don't turn the wheel all the way. And then as the tires wear down a little bit, I actually had my wife come sit in it just to kind of see what, having weight inside of it would be and we shook it back and forth, and really that's the only spot that rubs. The front's good. I've got about a 1/2 inch in between the spring and the wheel over here. Actually take that back, it's a finger's width, so maybe half an inch. Fits right in there. So these tires do have a pretty good lip on them though. So we'll see if they either they wear down or what. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I'm dirty. It's 90 degrees here in Texas. I am sweated through my shirt. I don't know if you can tell my face is real sweaty. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about taking these new wheels out and really kind of getting a test run to see how they rub. So if you like this content, please like, subscribe. I guess in the comments if you could suggest if there's anything else I should do to this fan that you think would be pretty cool. Now that I did the wheels, what's next? I'm gonna call it a day. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. Comment on it. Like I said, other things that we could do to the van. All right, make sure you like and subscribe. See you on the next one.